They're getting to know a bit the culture and the food. So yeah, I miss it each time. Every time I do go back, I try and find some sort of vegan roti canai. There's nothing quite like that.
Lewis Hamilton is a British Formula One racing driver, presently under contract with the pro team Mercedes-AMG Petronas. In his debut season in 2007, Lewis lost the World Championship by just a single point, becoming one of the best racing talents to look out for. Since then, Lewis hasn't disappointed his fans and his team. He has become one of the top F1 racers in the world, with 5 world championships in his highly successful career so far. He is known as an all-rounder on the track, as there is hardly an aspect of Formula One racing that he hasn't excelled in.
And we went to Ibiza, my dad and my stepmom. We found this kind of little bumper car thing on the seaside where you put these tokens in.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Net Worth Now, where you get to see the lifestyle and net worth of your favorite celebrities. We hope you enjoy these videos, and if you do, please remember to hit the like button and comment below who your favorite celebrity is so we can feature them in an upcoming video.
His full name is Lewis Carl Davidson Hamilton, also known as Billion Dollar Man. He was born on January 7, 1985, in Stevenage, Hertfordshire, England, making him 36 years old at the time of this production. He stands at 5 feet 7 inches or 172 centimeters. Hamilton is a prominent advocate against racism and for increased diversity in motorsport. He has questioned racial politics in Formula One on several occasions. In 2018, Hamilton criticized the lack of diversity in Formula One, describing how nothing had changed in his 11 years in the sport, before saying, "Kids, people, there are so many jobs in the sport of which anybody, no matter your ethnicity or background, can make it and fit in." Hamilton took the knee before every race he entered in the 2020 Formula One season, supporting the Black Lives Matter movement, and wore t-shirts bearing the Black Lives Matter slogan, following the murder of George Floyd while being arrested in May 2020, which sparked national and global protests. Hamilton has repeatedly discussed environmental issues and animal rights at conferences, in interviews, and in documentaries. He also uses his social media platforms to gather support for his initiatives, ranging from urging China to reclassify dogs as pets instead of livestock, and backing charities that fight the illegal wildlife trade to calling for the protection of the Amazon rainforest. In January 2020, he donated $500,000 to a variety of causes relating to the brushfire crisis in Australia. The money went towards the fire services and animal welfare charities. In 2019, Hamilton asked Mercedes-Benz to swap animal-derived leather in the company's models worldwide. In 2002, Hamilton was romantically linked to model Danielle Lloyd. She said they swapped numbers upon discovering there was a bit of a spark when they were out with friends. But the press reports believed they were together for just 6 months. The driver is longtime friends with singer Rihanna, and they have been photographed together many times over the years. But romance rumors have never been confirmed. Hamilton says he's known her for a long time, and they get to hang out now and again. It seems to be just a platonic relationship.
I remember that day picking up this braking technique. It was only like 3 corners, it was a really small track, but that braking technique that I had that day was the braking technique I used through my whole karting career.
Lewis Hamilton was born to Carmen and Anthony Hamilton. Lewis went on to live with his mother after his parents got separated while he was a toddler. Later, early in his teenage years, he lived with his father and stepbrother Nicholas, who also happens to be a professional racer. Lewis's fascination for cars started at an early age when his father gifted him a remote control car when he was 6 years old. He got fascinated with it and performed extraordinarily well in local competitions. His father saw the budding talent in his son and gifted him a go-kart as a Christmas present. Hamilton played football in school and continued playing at the John Henry Newman School. He would later say that he considered being a footballer at some point, but the go-kart championships that he continued to win offered him a better career choice. At the age of 15, Lewis was named karting's #1 player, a record he still holds today. Lewis Hamilton started his big league racing career with British Formula Renault Winter Series in 2001. Despite a rocky start and a crash during the race, he still finished 5th. His performance helped him to secure a place in the 2002 Formula Renault UK Champion, where he finished 3rd. Racing for Minor Motorsport, he presented himself as one of the most talented youngsters to look out for. His exceptional performance in Formula 3 allowed him to race in the Art Grand Prix in 2006. In his very first attempt, Lewis scored a victory at the GP2 Championship, racing against the likes of Tino Glock and Nelson Piquet. Lewis made his F1 debut in 2007 at the Australian Grand Prix, where he finished 3rd despite a crash. Later in the Bahrain and Barcelona F1 events, Lewis finished 2nd. In 2009, Lewis scored the 10th victory of his career at Hungaroring and earned the first runner-up spot in Valencia. He received one more title by the end of the season by winning the Singapore Grand Prix. At the start of the 2011 season, Hamilton secured the 2nd spot in the Australian Grand Prix and got his first win of the season in the Chinese Grand Prix. He later went on to win the Singapore and Italian Grand Prix. He also won the Japanese Grand Prix. After winning in Abu Dhabi, he beat his teammate Rosberg by 67 points to emerge as the world champion. By that time, Lewis had already become one of the most popular racers in the world. At the end of 2014, he received the BBC Sports Personality of the Year honor. In the 2016 season, Hamilton earned the 2nd spot in the Australian Grand Prix and won the British Grand Prix later that year. In 2018, Hamilton won his first race of the season in Azerbaijan and then won in Spain. After an average performance in Monaco and Canada, Hamilton took the lead in the French Grand Prix, winning by the pole.
Once the pandemic settles down, me too. I've had some amazing trips to Malaysia and going to KL. Firstly, the track was just...
As of 2021, Hamilton is receiving a base salary of $55 million. In just 2021, he has earned $62 million, including his base salary, and $7 million in race winnings. At the time of this writing, Hamilton is estimated to be worth $825 million. As a successful race car driver and highly paid personality, he is a natural to invest in real estate. His first house is in Kensington, West London. The luxurious residence is a 4-story mansion and has a stunning washroom, 6 luxurious bedrooms, and a 200-foot lush green garden containing an amazing summer house. In addition to that, it also has 4 reception areas for casual gatherings. He also owns an exotic Geneva apartment located at the top of a 6-story building in Luynes Village, Nyon. His supreme apartment is located in the exclusive Fontenay district, which has just over 3,000 people. Hamilton's apartment has 4 bedrooms, a steam room, and a 300-square-foot sun terrace. His New York penthouse is reported to be worth $57 million. An 8,900-square-foot unit at 443 Greenwich. In his garage, you will find a Ferrari LaFerrari, a Pagani Zonda 760 LH, a McLaren P1, a 1966 Shelby 427 Cobra, a Mercedes-Benz SLS AMG Coupe Black Series, a 1967 Ford Mustang Shelby GT500, a Mercedes-Benz AMG Project 1, a Bugatti Veyron, a Range Rover, and an MV Augusta Lewis Hamilton Edition 800RR.